Once upon a time, in a celestial garden at the foothills of Mount Kailasa, beside the sacred Mandakini river, the two sons of Kuvera, the treasurer of the demigods, were lost in pleasure, enjoying wine and women. Nalakuvara and Manigrava were great devotees of Lord Shiva, but because of material opulence they became so extravagant and senseless that one day they were enjoying with naked girls in the lake and shamelessly walking here and there. By some auspicious opportunity for the two boys, the great Saint Nārada Muni was passing by. Seeing them intoxicated and with rolling eyes, Nārada could understand their situation. Upon seeing the saint, the young girls of the demigods were very much ashamed. Afraid of being cursed, they covered their bodies with their garments. But the two sons of Kuvera did not do so. Instead, not caring about Nārada, they remained naked. Seeing the two sons of the demigods naked and intoxicated by opulence and false prestige, Nārada Muni, in order to show them special mercy, desired to give them a special curse.
Among all the attractions of material enjoyment, the attraction of riches bewilders one's intelligence more than having beautiful bodily features, taking birth in an aristocratic family, and being learned. When one is uneducated but falsely puffed up by wealth, the result is that one engages his wealth in enjoying wine, women, and gambling. They don't realize that this body, which they try so hard to please, will soon turn to dust and belongs to no one. This body doesn't really belong to anyone. Not to the parents who gave birth, not to the children who will burn it, not even to oneself. It comes from nature and goes back to nature. So, claiming it as mine and committing sin for its sake is foolish. These two young men, Nalakuvara and Manigrava, are by fortune the sons of the great demigod Kuvera, but they have been blinded by pride and intoxication and are so fallen that they do not even realize they are standing naked. Since they behave like trees, standing senseless and unaware though alive, they shall take the forms of trees. This will be a fitting correction for their pride. Yet by my mercy they will remain conscious within those forms and remember their past actions. After 100 years of the demigod's time, by the special grace of the Supreme Lord, Vasudeva, they will see him face to face and regain their true nature as his devotees.
By the sage's divine curse, the two proud sons of Kuvera lost their celestial forms and were transformed into twin Arjuna trees. Rooted in silence, they stood waiting for the day when the Lord himself would come to deliver them. One day, when Mother Yaśodā, the foster mother of Lord Kṛṣṇa, saw that all the maidservants were engaged in other household affairs, she personally began to churn the yogurt. While Mother Yaśodā was churning butter, little Kṛṣṇa, desiring to drink the milk of her breast, came before her. Mother Yaśodā, with great love and affection, embraced Kṛṣṇa and allowed him to sit down on her lap. But when she saw that the milk on the stove was boiling over, she immediately left her son to take care of the overflowing milk. Little Kṛṣṇa was not happy. Biting his reddish lips with his teeth, Krishna broke the container of yogurt with a piece of stone. Then, he entered a room and began to eat the freshly churned butter in a solitary place, and distributed some of the milk preparations to the monkeys too. Mother Yaśodā, after taking down the hot milk, returned to the churning spot, and when she saw that the container of yogurt was broken, she concluded that the breaking was the work of Krishna. When little Krishna saw his mother, stick in hand, he very quickly got down from the top of the mortar and began to flee as if very much afraid. But Mother Yaśodā chased him around the house. Eventually she caught him by the arm and, being very afraid, Krishna began to cry. Not wanting to scare him any further, she dropped the stick and decided to bind him to the wooden grinding mortar to stop his naughty activities. But during the process, the rope was always 2 fingers short. When child Krishna saw his mother thus fatigued, he became merciful to her and agreed to be bound. While Mother Yaśodā was very busy with household affairs, the Supreme Lord Kṛṣṇa observed the twin trees in the courtyard. Lord Kṛṣṇa, to fulfill the truthfulness of the words of the greatest devotee, Nārada, went to that spot where the twin Arjuna trees were standing. He entered between the 2 trees, but the big mortar to which he was bound turned crosswise and got stuck between them. But Krishna continued dragging the mortar with great force, eventually uprooting the 2 trees. By the great strength of the Supreme Person, the 2 trees, with their trunks, leaves and branches, trembled severely and fell to the ground with a great crash. Suddenly, 2 great perfect personalities, who appeared like fire personified, came out of the 2 trees. The effulgence of their beauty illuminated all directions. With bowed heads and folded hands, they offered their obeisances to Krishna.
O Lord Kṛṣṇa, your opulent mysticism is inconceivable. You are the supreme, original person, the cause of all causes, immediate and remote, and you are beyond this material creation. You are the supreme personality of Godhead, the controller of everything. You are the Supersoul, and therefore, you know everything within the core of the heart of every living entity. O supremely auspicious, O most famous descendant and controller of the Yadu dynasty, O son of Vasudeva, O most peaceful, let us offer our obeisances unto your lotus feet. It is by the grace and mercy of Narada Muni that we have been able to see you face to face. Please give us permission to leave for our home. Henceforward, may all our words describe your pastimes. May our ears engage in oral reception of your glories. May our hands, legs, and other senses engage in actions pleasing to you. And may our minds always think of your lotus feet.
The great saint Narada Muni is very merciful. By his curse, he showed the greatest favour to both of you, who were mad after material opulence and who had thus become blind. Although you fell from the higher heavenly planet and became trees, you were most favoured by him. I knew of all these incidents from the very beginning. When one is face to face with the sun, there is no longer darkness for one's eyes. Similarly, when one is face to face with a sadhu, a devotee who is fully determined and surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one will no longer be subject to material bondage. O Nala Kuvera and Manigriva, now you may both return home. Since you desire to be always absorbed in my devotional service, your desire to develop love and affection for me will be fulfilled, and now you will never fall from that platform.